Welcome, Hudson Valley, to this week's edition of In Touch, the award-winning public affairs and issues program that runs across Townsquare Media, the Hudson Valley radio stations. This week's guests are Joe Dirago and Bello from Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh. They're in to talk about the Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh 2023 Take a Swing at Hunger golf tournament, which will be held at the Powelton Club on Monday, July 24th. We also discuss how people can both volunteer to assist with Meals on Wheels and how individuals can sign up to receive meals. We invite you to join us and listen to a previously recorded conversation between Robin, Joe, and myself here on In Touch. I'm proud to announce that In Touch has won the 2023 New York State Broadcasting Association Award for Best Public Affairs or Series as part of the 57th Annual Excellence in Broadcasting Awards. This recognition would not be possible without the incredible team here at Townsquare, all of our phenomenal guests that we learn from and grow with every single week, and of course, you, the listener. Whether you've been listening for a while or you just found us, thank you for taking part in the conversation and staying in touch with what's going on in the Hudson Valley. We here at In Touch are all about, well, being in touch with what's going on in the Hudson Valley. What better way to stay in touch with what's going on than by downloading the Townsquare Media mobile app for this radio station? Not only can you listen to this station live at any time using the app, but you can also listen to In Touch on demand. Besides In Touch, you can read daily articles about news, events, entertainment, and more that's going on in your community. And when the weather gets bad, you can use the app to check on weather reports and see which schools and organizations might be closed. Your Townsquare Media app is also the best place for concert and event tickets. We're constantly giving away tickets to the hottest shows in the area. Again, you'll have access to all this if you download the Townsquare Media mobile app for this radio station. In Touch is nothing without the support from the hundreds of listeners we get on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for listening and taking part in the conversation. If you listen to In Touch through a podcast service such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please consider leaving a positive review. With more 5-star reviews on these platforms, the algorithms will work harder to promote our show and bring In Touch to new people. That and also sharing In Touch with your friends and family is so important. Just sharing our links and listening live each Sunday goes such a long way. Thank you for all you do to stay in touch with what's going on in the Hudson Valley. Hello, Hudson Valley. You're listening to In Touch, Townsquare Media, the Hudson Valley's public affairs and issues program, and we got a great episode for you guys today, and a perfect one for the summer, I might say. I really love this. This is kind of bringing me back a little bit. My parents actually used to run golf outings back when I was in middle school, so now being able to talk about a phenomenal charity golf tournament here today, it kind of brings me back, but also something new and something beautiful for the community, and I'm so excited to talk about it. Here with Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh, we have the Executive Director, Bello, and Take a Swing at Hunger Director, Joe Dirago. Joe's also one of the board of the directors as well, I might add. Robin, Joe, how are you guys?
Very good.
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, not a problem. Really happy to have you guys in here and really excited to get into what exactly Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh is and how people can get involved with this golf tournament. And one thing that I typically do to start off most of our interviews, for those who aren't very aware of what Meals on Wheels is, could one of you guys give a brief overview for us, please?
I would love to give a brief overview. Our Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh was founded in 1972 by Frederica Warner. She used to begin cooking her meals right in the home and was delivering them to local people. It expanded, and now 51 years later, we're still going strong. We have served over 500,000 meals since the beginning.
Wow.
We don't receive any government or state or county funding. We rely mostly on donations. We have once a year a campaign, and we have the golf tournament. We do get help sometimes from local banks and foundations that help us with funding. And, of course, all the donors that every year are very devoted and will help us out. We've been keeping our wheels turning for 51 years. We've had a celebration last year, a big 50-year celebration, right. And the community knows of us. We service mostly seniors, but we don't have an age restriction or an income restriction. We prepare a hot, nutritious meal that goes out at lunchtime, and we cover City of Newburgh, Town of Newburgh, and City of New Windsor. So we do have 7 routes. We have over 100 volunteers.
Oh, wow.
That we can use, not every day, but everybody has a route. We have kitchen volunteers, and we have paid staff, and the cooks are paid.
I'll just add something in, Connor, is that the meals we prepare, they're all hot prepared every day. We do offer frozen meals, but
the
it's a little
weekends.
different from some of the other programs that are administered through county or other organizations. So the hot meal is a nice way to give a nutritious meal to the clients. Also, the volunteers make it a point to stop and say hello to the people as they deliver the meals. And it's been going strong for 51 years, as Robin says, and it's a great organization and a great program.
Many of the clients either pay a modest charge for the meal, or if they belong to a managed long-term care facility that we have a contract with, they will pay for the meal.
Oh, wow. That's really good to know.
Yep. And as I said, we can't do it without our volunteers. They are the key to this whole program. They're so devoted. They'll check on the clients. If the client doesn't answer the door, they have emergency contact numbers to call. So it is like a safety check as well. And it's been very helpful in many cases.
I'm sure it has been. I can only imagine the kind of connections that all your volunteers have with the number of people that they deliver to, and just the connection above all, probably some of the people who are being helped, they're stuck in their homes. They may not be able to get around, whether it's due to illness, whether it's due to age, whether it's due to anything that's holding them back. I'm sure the company, just for even if it's like 2 minutes as they're dropping it off, a nice smiling face delivering a hot meal, that's wonderful. I really, really love that. And since we are talking about volunteers, what's one of the best ways that people could get involved to volunteer with this? How do people go through that?
We have volunteers that either drive the car, they go out in pairs, so one drives, and we have riders that go with them, and the rider will deliver the meal to the front door. And we have kitchen volunteers that help us in the kitchen pack up the meals. So they can either call our office. We're there from 9 to 12:30. The number is 845-562-3490. They can speak with myself or Gloria, who is the assistant. Or we have a website, and they can go onto our website. It's mealsonwheelsnewburgh.org. You can find a place to donate. You can find a place to sign up for meals. You can also find the volunteer application. We have videos, nice little short videos of the volunteers interacting with the clients, the cooks making meals. So there's a lot on the website.
Oh, that's great. Now, is there any specific background that one might need to have when either being a driver or helping out in the kitchen?
No, the only thing that would be necessary is that they be available between, I'd say, 10:30 and noon.
So just mainly the time commitment more than anything else.
Right. And we have mostly retired people and seniors that are delivering because of the fact that others are working during those hours.
Understandable. But that's really good to know that people can get involved that way. And you said also using the website or calling in would be the best ways for people to receive meals as well.
Correct.
Obviously, we kind of alluded to a few things: age, mobility, illness. Are there any other things that make somebody eligible for having Meals on Wheels?
We have some that don't, they're not seniors, but because of if they have blindness or epilepsy, they're not allowed to use the stove, or they have vision problems. So it's not specific, but I would say the majority are seniors.
Okay, gotcha. But that's good to know, because I'm sure that there is a population out there that's probably looking for some solutions along those lines, and something like this could be extremely beneficial to them. And I really love the work that's going on here.
Also, provide them in the wintertime with a bag of non-perishable items that they can keep in case there's snow days when we can't deliver. And so they're given that around Thanksgiving. We prepare them and send them out. And every client plus any new client afterwards receives that bag. So they have something and they're not short.
Oh, that's good. That way, regardless of whatever happens, they're all prepared.
Correct.
So when it comes to the meals that are delivered, they are hot and ready. That's beautiful. But what kind of things can people expect in the meals? Like what kind of food in particular?
We have a variety. Usually there's a chicken dish each week, a pasta dish, possibly a pork dish. There's fish usually on Fridays, a fish type of dish. We also have tried some new recipes. We don't use salt,
Okay.
which is very important. We try for the diabetics. What we'll do is we have whatever dessert we have a diabetic dessert. If it's Jello, they get sugar-free Jello. If it's a cookie, they get sugar-free cookie. A pudding, sugar-free pudding. So we are able to accommodate the diabetics. Unless they have a specific allergy to something that we can't accommodate, they will receive, it's a hot aluminum tray. It's a 3-section aluminum tray, the main meal, and then there's a starch and a vegetable. They each receive a white paper bag. In there is a milk or juice, a dessert, and 2 pieces of bread. So they can always make a sandwich for later on. And most of the seniors eat their main meal at lunch. Then they eat a smaller one at nighttime.
I was a caregiver for my grandparents on my dad's side, and whether it was there in their apartment or when we moved them over to the assisted living facility, I agree. That was the trend that I noticed too. Lunch was their big meal, and then by later, sometimes they might want something, but other times, like, they might have been ready to pack it in for the night. You never know. So that's actually really cool that you said that. Kind of see it all overlapping again.
And we have frozen meals, as Joe said, for the weekend. Those will go out on Friday if they want the frozen. Not everyone wants them, but if they need them, we have them available, and they reheat them on the weekends.
Oh, that's great. That's a really wonderful resource that is. I'd love to hear that. Again, you're listening to In Touch, Townsquare Media, the Hudson Valley's Public Affairs and Issues program. We've been speaking with Robin Bello and Joe Dirago from Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh. Right now, we've been kind of focusing in on the mission of Meals on Wheels, on how it helps people out on a daily basis. And one way that you can help out Meals on Wheels is actually donating or taking part in this wonderful charity golf tournament that's coming up. And this is going to be swinging on over to Joe now. We're going to be focusing on this. Joe is the Take a Swing at Hunger director, and I'm really excited to learn more about what you got planned for this golf outing.
Yeah, this will be our 3rd tournament that we're doing. It's going to be on July 24th, which is a Monday. It's going to be at the Powelton Club in Newburgh. That's a private country club, very high end. You can only play there if you're a member or you're invited, so it's a great opportunity for golfers to get out and to play a really exclusive golf course. The club was founded in 1882, so it's one of the oldest golf clubs in the country. So we're going to have more than just a golf tournament. It's a full-day event. All funds are to be utilized for Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh. Last year, we raised over $15,000. We're hoping
congrats.
we're hoping to exceed that, and with the help of sponsors and golfers and volunteers, hopefully we'll do that. Right now, we've got 84 golfers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're going to cap out at 100. So there are some openings. So if you hear this and you're interested in getting into the tournament, you can, again, Robin gave the website, which is a great source of information. That's www.mealsonwheelsnewburgh.org. Or you could send me an email, and I'll give you my email address, and I'd get you the information. It's JS, as in Samuel, DIRAGO @yahoo.com. Cost of the tournament for entry is $225 per golfer. That includes breakfast, 18 holes of golf, the golf cart. There's a beer cart that goes around during the day, free of charge, and soft drinks on the course as well. Following the golf itself, we'll have a 1 hour cocktail hour with open bar and hors d'oeuvres, then a full buffet dinner and a dessert buffet. And, of course, all kinds of prizes for the golfers. We also have a 50-50 raffle we're doing, and we have a silent auction of some great prizes. And it should be a great event. We try to make it so that people have a great day at the course and something they'll want to come back to every year.
No, that's exciting. The Powelton Club is quite an interesting place. I really do like it over there. My dad has been lucky enough to go to a couple of golf outings over there previously, and I've been lucky enough to tag along, so it's exciting. I'm not much of a golfer myself. I wish I was better than I was. You don't want me out there, but it's terrific what you have there. Now you said it's $250 for golfers. Now
$225.
Oh, $225. Yep. Sorry, thank you.
And one thing some people get intimidated, thinking you have to be great to play. This is a tournament for everybody. It's a scramble, so your foursome is going to each hit a ball off the tee, and you pick the best one, and then everybody shoots from that spot, and then you pick the best one. So it keeps the speed of play up and keeps the scores down and makes it for a lot less anxiety on the golf course.
Oh, I hear that. Now, something that you brought up that I wanted to ask about when it came to foursomes, do you have to sign up as a foursome, or can you sign up as an individual and then you'll get lumped in with the foursome if that were the case?
We can do either. Right now, we do have a couple of openings for a single or a twosome. So we try to accommodate people. If somebody's interested just as a single, feel free to contact us, and we'll try to get you in one way, shape, or form. A lot of times people want to play with their friends, so it'll either be a twosome or a foursome. One thing about the tournament, too, when we came up with the idea, we felt like there was a need to help some of our neediest clients in Meals on Wheels. So our goal is to provide a free year-long supply of meals for our neediest clients.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the ballpark figure is about $1,000 a year for cost. By raising $16,000, we're going to be able to provide 16 individuals that the board determines are most neediest, and they'll get a free meal for the entire year. So that's one of the goals. We felt like we wanted to have something specific for the tournament to take care of some of those people that are really financially challenged and have difficulty with providing themselves with nutritious meals.
That is terrific. I really love that. It's going directly to the people that it's serving.
Right.
A lot of the times you hear with a number of these events, their money's going to this or this section or this section or this section, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's all helping and benefiting in certain ways, but I am just blown away by how specific this is getting to the people. Right. That is really cool. I'm in awe of that right now. I think that's terrific.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention too. So we have some great sponsors. So if you go to the website, there's information about donations, and we have the typical T signs and things along that line for some of our sponsors. But we have a few large sponsors. I just want to recognize.
Of course. We
have Elizabeth McCurdy. She was a past president of the board, so she is a gold, what we call Gold Eagle sponsor. The Starbucks Foundation, which is the charitable portion of Starbucks, they nominated us, and we received a $1,000 grant from.
Oh, congrats!
So that was one as well. Moorhead Auto in Newburgh is also a sponsor. Gold sponsor, and William A. Smith Insurance, and Calandria Buick GMC. They're sponsoring all the hole-in-ones, so they're going to be a car on one of the holes, and
oh, wow.
I think golf clubs and free trips on the other ones, and so again, a lot of opportunities to win prizes and have a great time. Also, we reach out to some of the sports teams, so we've had the Hudson Valley Renegades make donations to us for tickets. We've gotten the New York Jets have donated an autographed picture of Keenan Williams. The New York Giants, we just got a autographed football today. Yeah, Army football, we have four tickets for Army-Navy game that will include the silent auction, as well as two other games with 4 tickets. So great opportunity to not only do something good for the community and individuals, but also, have a little benefit from it, and whether it's you purchase something through the silent auction, or you win it in the prize raffle, or you win it on the golf course based upon your skill. Because we do have like closest to the pin on all the par 3s. We have longest drive. We have prizes for the top teams. Probably 10 of the top teams will win prizes. We actually have a couple of all-ladies teams, so I encourage all ladies to come out, and they're in a separate category, and we give them separate prizes. So again, try to make it as inclusive as possible and as fun as possible.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah, I really love a lot of those prizes that you're offering there. That's terrific. I'm sure that number of people listening to that will be like, okay, I got to sign up right now to get involved with some of those. That is really, really cool. And now you said this is a full day event, correct? Could you give a timeline of how long this might be so somebody has an idea when they're signing up?
Sure. Registration will start at 8:45. We have a beautiful little package for every golfer, a little cooler with some snacks in it, as well as a logo towel and a sleeve of golf balls. So every golfer will get that. That's 8:45. Then the breakfast is following that, and then the shotguns start. So you have all the golfers going out to the 18 holes at 10 a.m. Probably around 2:30, that'll be when the cocktail hour starts, and we'll do our reception and awards ceremony, and the dinner will be at 3 o'clock. So, probably about from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. in that vicinity. So it is a full day event.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
But a very jam-packed day. A lot of great stuff going on. That's terrific. Again, you're listening to In Touch, Townsquare Media, the Hudson Valley's public affairs and issues program. We've been speaking with Robin Bello and Joe Dirago with Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh. We've been talking about how Meals on Wheels helps out the Greater Newburgh area with their meals, and we've been talking about their upcoming Take a Swing at Hunger charity golf tournament, a way that you can help out Meals on Wheels while also playing a wonderful round of golf and potentially winning some amazing prizes. It sounds like this is going to be a terrific event. Now, registration does not go for forever. You said you only have limited spots left, so people should get in on this. But when should people sign up by?
The cutoff date is around July 5th.
Okay.
Again, it depended upon, I don't really think we want to exceed 100 golfers. Then it tends to make it a little bit difficult. We have 84 right now, so we have openings for 16 golfers. So if you hear this next week, or in the next couple of days, then I would act quickly. Again, it's $225 per golfer. And if you don't know your foursome, you want to sign up one or two and work on it, again, just speak to me and we'll get you included. It's July 24th is the tournament itself. So, the Powelton Club and we actually produce a really nice program event. We like to recognize our sponsors. So that takes a couple of weeks to get produced. So
of course,
we do have to at some point say, this is it. I think last year we did have a foursome show up on the day of the event, and we managed to include them, but it was a little unusual. So,
oh, I'm sure. Tough to arrange.
Yep.
And of course, all links, information, contacts, that will all be in the description of this episode. So don't worry if you missed anything or you need to go back to it. We got it. Now, as we're wrapping up, guys, is there any last second things in regards to either the tournament or the organization as a whole that people, our audience, should be aware of?
Well, I would just say the website, we just redesigned our website. So if you want to know more information about Meals on Wheels in general or the golf tournament, certainly go to that website, which is www.mealsonwheelsnewburgh.org. Again, it's a great program that's been in existence for 51 years, and it's a great asset to the community, and we appreciate everyone's support. And the golf tournament is certainly a great day to recognize that and participate and do something good for the community and your friends and neighbors. I just want to acknowledge a few people that have really helped make this possible. So Carol McDermott, our board president for the last 10 years, has done a phenomenal job with the organization. And my golf committee, too, has done a great job. Martin Sheffield, Wilbur Higgins, John DeLessio, Tony Fern, and Darlene Price. They all takes a lot of effort to get the golf tournament and get all the prizes and everything just perfect. So they've done a great job helping me out, and I want to acknowledge them.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, it really does take a village to put something like this together.
Correct. Yep, it does for sure.
That's awesome. Robin, do you have anything you want to add to that?
We're located at 35 Cerrone Place in Newburgh, New York. We have a commercial kitchen in the bottom of a senior high-rise building. And again, we're there usually from 9 to 12:30. If anyone wants to stop by and check us out or volunteer, fill out an application, we'd love to have you come have a cup of coffee, join us, and see what we're all about.
Oh, that's terrific. And I think that's wonderful from a volunteering aspect as well. We were talking about the connection with the people that, deliver to. But I'm sure the connections that are made through all the volunteers with each other, it's really meaningful, impactful, and probably some really beautiful friendships that kind of come out of that.
Absolutely.
That's terrific. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming into In Touch. I'm really excited for your golf tournament. I hope everything goes well. 84 people already signed up. I'm sure it's going to get packed pretty soon. Yeah. So I'm excited for you guys. Again, I'm Connor Walsh with In Touch, and I'm glad we get to spend some time. This has been this week's edition of In Touch, the award-winning public affairs and issues program that runs across Townsquare Media, the Hudson Valley radio stations. We want to give a big thank you to Robin Bello and Joe Dirago. For more information on Meals on Wheels and the Take a Swing at Hunger golf outing, visit mealsonwheelsnewburgh.org. Meals on Wheels of Greater Newburgh's main line is 845-562-3490. To contact Robin Bello, use the email mealsonwheels1972@yahoo.com. To contact Joe Dirago, use the email jsdirago@yahoo.com. Of course, all links and information can be found in the description of this episode. Whether you've been listening for a while or you've just joined us, thank you. You can find In Touch episodes new and old on your favorite streaming services like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and more. That and listen on demand with your Townsquare radio station mobile app. Of course, you can still find all articles and audio under the In Touch tab on this radio station's app and website. And don't forget, we're also on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at InTouch_HV. If you like what we do here on In Touch and want to be on the show, let us know. Whether you have a topic you want to be discussed or you want to be a guest, the best way to contact us is through our office number, 845-471-1500, or email direct to connor.walsh@townsquaremedia.com. I've been your host, Connor Walsh. Until next time, stay curious, keep an open mind, and as always, I'm glad we get to spend some time.